Welcome to this video on learning Python functions in depth. In this subsection, you will learn 5 possibilities of defining and calling functions, 5 steps of writing programs with functions, and practical examples of each of these 5 possibilities. Let us briefly revise the syntax of Python functions. So we have a def keyword that indicates start of the function definition. Then we have a function name, then parameter list, that is arguments that we have to pass to the function. Then we may have some function documentation string that describe the function. Then we have function statement that perform operation on this function, and then we have return statement that returns the value from this particular function. Now let us start with the 5 possibilities of defining function. So very first one is function without argument and without return value. So here is a function definition and this is a function call. So there are no arguments to this function at the time of calling a function or defining a function. Simply we call a function and we perform some operation within this function. Second possibility is function with argument but without return value, means we pass parameters as argument to the function at the time of calling and defining a function, and we have function statements but we do not return anything from this particular function. Third possibility is function without argument but with return value. Means here we do not pass any parameters as argument to the function, but we have some statement but we return some value which is generated by this function to the function call. So in third case, when we return some variable from or object from this function definition, we need to receive it at the function call side by specifying a variable on the left hand side of function call. Then fourth possibility is function with argument and with return value. So we can see that here we are passing parameters to the function as well as we are receiving the same number of parameters as argument to the function. We have function statements and we return value. This return value is required to be received by the function call on the left hand side by specifying this variable. And fifth possibility is function with or without argument and with multiple value return. So here we can see that we are passing argument to the function call as well as we are returning not single value but we return multiple variables or multiple values. And for receiving the multiple values, we need to specify same number of variables on left hand side of the function call. So these are the 5 possibilities of using user defined functions. Now let us look at the 5 steps of writing programs with function calls. So very first thing is we have to get the data that we require for our program. So either we set the data statically or we get data from keyboard or we generate data using some functions. Second step is call a function with or with argument. For example, here is an example of function call with argument, but here we call a function without argument. So second step is function call with or without argument. Then third is function definition with or without argument. So if we are passing some argument from function call, then we need to specify parameters as an argument to the function. So third is defining the function, and then fourth one is performing some operation within that function definition, and fifth one is return values from that particular function. Now let us look at practical examples of each of the possibilities. Let us start with very first one, that is function without argument and without return value. So we don't have any argument to the function definition or over here, and there is no return statement. Here is a simple program to print a hello message. So this is a function definition and here we have a function call, and within this function definition just we print a hello message. So execution of the program will start from function call hello underscore function. It will jump to this function definition and then we'll print the hello message. Now let us run it, and here we can see that we are not specifying any argument and there is no return statement. Now let us run. So we can see that the hello message is printed. Now let us say we want to write a program to print a line, but we want that there are no arguments and no return values. Let us define the function, that is def. Let us have the name of the function as a print line, and here we print line of stars. So say for example we want to print this many stars and we don't want to return anything from this function. Now let us call the function and now let us run the program. So here we can see that we have printed a line of stars using the function, but here we are not passing any argument as well as we are not returning. And now let us look at the second possibility, function with argument but without return value. So here we will be passing parameters to the function and the function definition will receive the parameters as an argument, and there are function statement, but here we will not be having any return value. So here is a simple program and print larger of two numbers. So very first step, as we have seen that the 5 steps of writing program is to get the data and then function call. So before calling a function, we set the data statically like this: x is equal to 5, y is equal to 4, and here is a function definition, right? So function name is print underscore sum. So we call that function print underscore sum, and we pass these two parameters x and y. And here is a function definition. In function definition, we are receiving two arguments x and y, and here within the function we check x is greater than y, then we print number x is larger than y, otherwise print number y is larger than the number x. So here we can see that we are passing arguments, but we are not returning anything from this function. Now let us run it. So we can see that number 5 is larger than 10. Now let us change this value. Say for example y is 10. So now we can see that number 10 is larger than number 5. Now let us look at the second program to test whether a number is even or odd. The very first step is to read the data from keyboard. So let us take a number n is equal to integer, then we will read using an input function, enter the number. Let us keep the name of the function as a odd underscore even, and now we'll pass this n as an argument but will not return anything. And now let us define the odd underscore even function, odd underscore even colon. We can check whether number is odd or even by checking whether it is divisible by 2 or not. So if n mod 2 is equal to 0 means n is divisible by 2 and hence the number is even. So we can print a message that the number n even, and if it is not divisible by 2, number n is odd. So this case is nothing but with argument but without return values. Over here we are passing one argument, we are receiving, right, but we are not returning anything from this particular function, just we are printing odd or even. So now let us run this program and let us enter, say for example 7. So here we can see that number 7 is odd. Now let us run it again and let us have 18. So we can see that number 18 is even. So this is how we can write a program for the possibility function with argument but without return value. Now let us look at the third possibility is function without argument but with return value. Means we are not passing any argument to the function from function call, right, but we perform some operation and then we return value to the function calls. So here is a program. The function is something like this. The def keyword, function name, we are not receiving, and so here is a statement to read value from keyboard, and we are returning a value n which we are reading from keyboard, but we are not receiving anything to this function. So when we return this value, we need to specify a variable x on the left hand side of the function call. Then the value which we are returning is printed over here. The execution of this piece of code is something like this. First of all, this statement is executed, that is x is equal to get underscore val underscore n. Then it will directly jump to the function call over here, and here we are not passing directly. It will perform this operation, that is it will read value of n from keyboard and then it will return that value. Then here that value is returned over here and is assigned to x, and then we are printing the value. Now let us run it and let us say we are entering 9. So the value returned from the function is 9. Let us again run it. Say for example we are entering 20, so value returned from the function is 20. So this is how we can have a third possibility, function without argument but with return value. Now let us look at the fourth possibility, that is function with argument and with return value. Pass parameters from function call p1 up to pn, we receive over here, perform some operation and then we return that value and the value is received over here. Fine. So let us have a program to find average of n numbers. So very first thing is get data in a particular list. So list is set, then we call a function with this particular list. So we are passing argument and that argument is received over here, and here is a logic to add numbers which are given in this particular list, and after finding the sum we find average. Average is equal to sum divided by length of the list, and then we return the average, and that returned average is assigned over here, and then it is assigned to variable avg, and then we are printing that average. So now let us run it. We can see that the average is 3.5. Now let us look at the fifth possibility of function with or without argument but with multiple value. means here we may or may not have arguments, but we return multiple values from the function. So let us say if we want to write a program to find sum and average of n numbers, and we want to return sum and average. So here is a function definition, and this is a function call. So here we get the data first, and then we call the function print sum average. Say for example, name of the function is find sum and average. So here we have a list of elements in a list, and we are passing this list as argument to the function find and sum average, and also we are passing the second parameter, that is length of the list. Here length of list is 6, so 6 is passed over here. So directly from this function call, it will jump to the function definition over here and will receive this list and the number of elements which are stored in this particular, that is num underscore of underscore l, and this is a logic for adding numbers which are stored in a list lst. So lst is nothing but a list, and once the sum is calculated, we are finding the average by dividing the sum with number of elements that we are receiving, and here we are returning sum and average. So whenever we have to return multiple values, we have to separate the variables using the comma operator. So when we return this, we should receive these two variables on the function call side, right, on left hand side of the function call. So sum 1 and average are received over here, and then we are printing sum and average over here. And now let us run this one. So we can see that the sum is 21 and average is 3.5. This is all about learning Python functions in depth. We have learned 5 possibilities of defining and calling a function, 5 steps of writing function programs with functions, and practical examples of each of the 5 possibilities. So here we end this video. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great time.